The year is 2134, and Earth is facing its greatest threat. The Xiran Empire, a powerful alien race, has invaded with weapons so advanced that Earth's forces are helpless in comparison. Their ships are cloaked, making it impossible for humans to detect them until it's too late. They deploy AI-controlled warships with incredible precision, and their devastating weaponry can obliterate entire cities in seconds. Earth's governments tried everything, but the Xiran are too powerful. Earth's greatest hope now lies in a small fleet of highly trained human pilots, Earth's last line of defense. But even they know the odds are against them. The fleet has been fighting for months, but they've been pushed back time and time again. The few human victories they've managed to achieve were more out of luck than strategy, and each day that passes, that Xiran grow bolder, their grip on Earth tightening. In secret military meetings, leaders prepare for the worst, knowing their resources are dwindling. It's only a matter of time before that Xiran launch a final strike that could wipe out humanity once and for all. Introduction to Ilara. Among Earth's best pilots is Captain Ilara Hayes, a woman who stands out even in a fleet of the finest soldiers. A survivor of the first wave of the invasion, Ilara's life has been shaped by loss. Her family, like so many others, was taken by that Xiran during the initial attack on Earth. Her anger and grief have turned into a burning desire to protect her planet from complete destruction. Flashbacks show her early days as a fighter pilot, where she was once a lone soldier, talented but struggling to fit into a larger military machine. Over the years, Ilara has risen through the ranks, leading her squadron to victory after victory despite overwhelming odds. She earned her place at the top, not through sheer force, but through instinct, adaptability, and creativity, skills that the Xiran's predictable AI minds cannot replicate. The flashbacks also show her deep bond with her crew. Bonner, her closest friend, has been with her through every battle. Together, they have become Earth's most feared fighting team. But now, Ilara carries a heavy burden: the loss of so many, the constant threat of failure, and the overwhelming pressure to save humanity. She knows that the coming battle will be the hardest of her life. Her heart aches for the friends she might lose, but she also knows she cannot let fear or grief stand in the way of her mission. She must lead her team to victory, no matter the cost. A fight for survival. The tension in Earth's fleet reaches a boiling point when a distress signal arrives from the front lines. A new wave of Xiran invaders is on the way. And this time, they're bringing their flagship, a colossal warship designed to end the conflict in one devastating blow. The flagship has the ability to wipe out entire fleets, and it's heading directly for Earth's main defense lines. If it reaches the planet, it will be the end of humanity. The fleet's commanders know this may be their final stand. Ilara's squadron is called into action. They must intercept the Xiran flagship before it can reach Earth. The plan is simple: destroy the flagship, and that Xiran will be forced to retreat. But everyone knows the reality. The flagship is almost invincible, and the chances of survival are slim. As the fleet prepares for the mission, there is an unspoken understanding that this battle may very well be their last. Ilara gathers her squadron in the briefing room. The air is thick with tension. Faces that have seen countless battles now wear the marks of exhaustion. As she addresses her team, she can see the fear in their eyes. They are all scared, but they are also determined. Ilara's voice is steady, but her words carry a weight that makes everyone listen closely. "This is it," Ilara says, her voice soft but filled with conviction. "We've trained for this moment. We've fought for this moment. We know the risks, but we also know what's at stake. We fight for each other, for Earth, for everyone we've lost. And we win this fight." The crew nods, their resolve hardening. In that moment, they know there is no turning back. The scene cuts to the preparation phase: pilots securing their gear, technicians checking systems, and the crew of the flagship preparing for the battle of their lives. As the countdown begins, Ilara shares a final, quiet moment with Bonner. They both know this could be the end. She looks into his eyes, silently asking if he's ready. He smiles, a quiet acknowledgement that they've always been ready. "Let's go," Ilara says, and with that, they take their positions in the cockpit. The fleet launches into space, with its Tyran flagship lurking ahead in the darkness. The tension continues to build as Earth's fleet approaches the enemy lines. Ilara knows that this battle will be different from any other. It's not just about winning. It's about survival. Her squadron might not make it out alive, but if they can hold their ground, if they can outthink the Siren, Earth might just have a chance. The stage is set. The battle to determine humanity's fate is about to begin. The battle begins with a deafening roar of engines as Earth's fleet faces off against the Tyran flagship. The enemy ships are cloaked, vanishing into the vastness of space. It's as if the Tyran are ghosts, their ships appearing and disappearing at will, making them impossible to track or target. Earth's fleet, led by Captain Ilara Hayes, tries to engage, but the cloaking devices are too effective. Every time the pilots lock onto a target, the aliens vanish before they can fire. The battle quickly becomes a game of hide and seek, with the Tyran always a step ahead. Ilara knows they can't win if they continue to play by the Siren's rules. With no time to waste, she orders a bold and unorthodox move. Pulse waves, a risky tactic, are fired from Earth's ships. These waves send out a burst of energy designed to disrupt the cloaking technology. For a moment, the battlefield goes silent, and then, suddenly, the Siren ships flicker into view. Their cloaking shields have been disabled. Now, Earth's pilots can engage. A frenetic dogfight erupts in the vacuum of space. Ilara's squadron weaves through the chaos, dodging laser blasts and narrowly avoiding collisions. The tension is palpable as they fight to stay one step ahead, using their wits and quick reflexes to counter the aliens' advanced weaponry. The fight is brutal, and Earth's forces are outnumbered, but the unexpected visibility gives them a fighting chance. The battle takes a heartbreaking turn when Ilara's closest friend, Bonner, is killed. In a final act of bravery, Bonner charges straight into the heart of the Siren formation, drawing their fire away from the rest of the squadron. His sacrifice allows the others to regroup and keep fighting, but at a devastating cost. As Bonner's ship disintegrates in a fiery explosion, Ilara's heart sinks. She can barely process the loss, but she knows there is no time to mourn. Bonner's death, though painful, has only strengthened her resolve. Her squadron, now reduced by one, grows more determined than ever. The memory of Bonner's sacrifice is burned into their minds, pushing them to fight harder, to honor his legacy. They rally around Ilara, knowing they can't afford to fail. The emotional weight of the battle only makes them more unified, more driven. They are no longer just fighting for survival. They are fighting for the memory of their fallen comrades. With Bonner's sacrifice in their hearts, Ilara notices something unusual. In the heat of battle, she realizes there's a flaw in the Siren's eye. The aliens' fleet is controlled by a central command system, and if she can disrupt it, they might win. Without hesitation, Ilara makes a bold decision. She orders a risky maneuver, a direct charge straight into the heart of the Siren's formation, targeting their communication hub. The squadron follows Ilara's lead, executing the dangerous move with precision. As they break through the Siren's defenses, the Siren fleet's coordination falters. The communication hub is destroyed in a fiery explosion, and for the first time, the Sirens seem uncertain. Their once perfect strategy begins to fall apart. Confusion ripples through their fleet as their AI struggles to reorganize. Earth's pilots seize the moment, pressing the attack with renewed hope. Ilara's gamble pays off. The Siren fleet, once unstoppable, is thrown into disarray. It's a surprising victory, a spark of hope in an otherwise hopeless war. After the surprising victory, the Siren general fumes with anger. His fleet, once invincible, has been thrown into disarray by Ilara's unexpected tactics. The general, a ruthless and cold leader, is not used to failure. His pride blinds him to the fact that humans, with all their weakness, have just outsmarted his superior technology. Enraged by Ilara's success, he orders his fleet to focus all their efforts on destroying her. He believes her human tactics are primitive, unworthy of the Siren's full strength. In his mind, it's only a matter of time before the Siren destroy Ilara and her squadron, proving once again that no one can challenge the Empire's might. But in his overconfidence, the general makes a fatal mistake. He underestimates the human spirit. Ilara's unpredictability, the very thing he sees as a flaw, is about to become his worst nightmare. With her squadron battered but still standing, Ilara knows that the final blow must come soon, or humanity will lose its last chance. She huddles with her remaining pilots, formulating a daring plan, a plan so risky that it could mean certain death for them all. The Siren flagship, though vulnerable, is heavily protected. Ilara's only hope lies in infiltrating the flagship's command core, where the AI is controlling the fleet. Ilara leads a suicide mission, choosing a handful of her most trusted pilots to join her. They will use cloaking technology and decoys to confuse the Siren sensors. The idea is to get past the enemy's outer defenses without being detected. It's a high-stakes mission, and the odds of survival are slim. The action is intense and fast-paced. Ilara and her team weave through a hail of laser fire as they dodge the Siren's aggressive defense systems. The feeling of danger is constant as each pilot pushes their skills to the limit. In the midst of the chaos, the team closes in on the flagship, but they must pass through tight corridors, engaging in close-quarters combat with alien drones that try to block their path. They fight fiercely, never stopping to think about the personal risk, only the mission ahead. After a grueling fight to infiltrate the flagship, Ilara and her team reach the heart of the command core. The room is filled with alien technology, glowing with cold precision. The team is outnumbered, but they press forward. Ilara, with the help of her tech experts, deploys a human-designed virus, a simple yet powerful program designed to corrupt the Siren's AI systems. However, the AI begins to fight back, attempting to repair itself. As the countdown to a full system crash begins, Ilara has mere moments to act. The AI's self-repair protocols are nearly flawless, but Ilara uses her human instincts to trick the system, exploiting a small vulnerability she discovered earlier. With seconds left, she forces the virus into the AI's core, disrupting its ability to heal. The flagship's systems fail. The Siren general, watching from his command center, orders an immediate retreat. But by the time he realizes the depth of the failure, it's too late. The damage has been done. The AI is offline, and the Siren fleet is thrown into complete confusion. With their leader unable to command them, the once mighty Siren forces are paralyzed. Earth's pilots take full advantage of the chaos, launching a final offensive. Ilara's gamble has worked. The tide has turned, and the Siren general's arrogance has cost him the war. The battle is over, but the victory feels hollow. The Siren fleet has retreated, defeated by the ingenuity and courage of Earth's pilots. The mission was a success, and humanity's last stand has turned into a triumph. But it came at a great cost. The once proud fleet is now a shattered shell of what it once was. Ships are heavily damaged, and the remains of fallen pilots float in space, lost to the void. Ilara and the surviving pilots stand over the wreckage of their fallen comrades, the silence of space pressing down on them. There are no celebrations, no cheers. They've won, yes, but the price of that victory is clear. The faces of the survivors are grim, each pilot lost leaving a hole in the team that can never be filled. Ilara's heart aches as she recalls the friends they lost, especially Bonner, whose sacrifice turned the tide in the final battle. The weight of leadership rests heavily on Ilara's shoulders. She knows that even in victory there are no easy answers. The cost of war is something that can't be measured in lives alone. For every alien ship destroyed, for every victory won, there are moments of sacrifice, regret, and loss. Yet, despite the heavy burden of grief, Ilara knows that humanity has proven something crucial. They can stand up to even the most powerful forces in the universe. And that's what truly matters. In the quiet after the battle, Ilara stands alone, looking out at the stars. The final remnants of the Xiran fleet are retreating into the distance, vanishing beyond the reach of Earth's battered ships. As the silence settles in, Ilara reflects on everything they've been through. The years of struggle, the losses, the countless lives sacrificed, all of it comes rushing back. But amid the pain, there's also a quiet sense of pride. Humanity, with all its flaws and limitations, had beaten the Xiran. She thinks about the human strength that carried them to victory. Despite being outgunned, outnumbered, and technologically inferior, humans relied on something the Xiran's AI couldn't match: adaptability. They could think on their feet, improvise, and find ways to outsmart their enemies. It wasn't the advanced technology that won this battle. It was the human spirit. The ability to keep fighting, even when the odds were stacked against them. That was their greatest strength. As Ilara gazes at Earth in the distance, she feels a bittersweet pride. The war is over, but the cost has been high. Yet humanity has survived. And that alone is something worth fighting for. Her thoughts are interrupted as she turns to face her squadron. They are all standing together, battered but unbroken. The war may be over, but their fight for survival has only just begun. But as Earth's battered fleet drifts in space, victorious but scarred, a new presence emerges from the shadows. Far in the distance, another alien race watches Earth's triumph with interest. The newcomers, more advanced than the Xiran, whisper among themselves, their faces filled with concern. They've been observing humanity's rise, their unexpected victory against the Xiran. And they are worried. Could this new adaptable species pose a threat? A voice from the shadows speaks. The humans are stronger than we thought. This is only the beginning. The camera zooms out, showing their massive, mysterious ships looming over Earth from the darkness of space. The screen fades to black, leaving the question hanging in the air. Could this victory signal the start of a new era of human dominance?